So who will remember you 10 years after you die? And what will they remember about you? See, I define legacy as continuing to impact and inspire the world after one's death. This is for those who we just feel greatness inside of us and maybe we don't know the way. I'll briefly be covering the 5 pillars of legacy development, which are identity, mission, community, action, and evolution. But first, I want to introduce someone to you. I refer to them as Mildred. She came to me from a medical school, first in my collection, and she has inspired countless medical students and continues to inspire me to this day as I'm a human bone sculptor. So Mildred models for me as I meticulously recreate all her beautiful details into a sculpture, clay sculpture, and then from there I make a mold, and with the mold I make castings. Then I take those castings and finally I create functional home decor, such as bone lamps, skull chandeliers, food-safe skull bowls for eating and drinking out of, mini skull knobs. I do a lot. But so after my over 1,000 collectors and tens of thousands of supporters, my catacomb culture community, I started noticing we share a common attitude, which can be referred to as memento mori. Memento mori is Latin, and it translates into remember that you will die. Whew. Yeah, we could let this depress us, or we can make this motivate us. Memento mori is true liberation, as it allows us to minimize our pre-existing anxieties and focus only on the good stuff. Focus on creating a desired future through our actions of today, of right now. Listen, we're living longer than ever, but we fear death more now than ever before. Let me put this into perspective with national life expectancies. Here in the United States, it's 80 years old. In Spain, it's 83. And in India, it's 70. So now let's rewind the time back to the year 1880. Oof. Here in the United States, the life expectancy was 40 years old. How old are you right now? In Spain, it was 30. And in India, I'm not going to mention India. So, see, we've been conditioned. Death, pain, and loss are the most powerful motivators. And unfortunately, marketers and advertisers know this. So like I mentioned, there are 5 pillars to legacy development. Pillar number 1, identity. This is who you are. This is your strengths, your weaknesses, your pains, your joys. It's self-awareness. The number 1 deathbed regret is I wish I was more true to myself. That's devastating. Are we living a life on default, or are we living with purpose? I find that creativity is truly infinite, and we all have endless potential within us. I believe in you. I find that while discovering your true identity, it's very helpful to create journals. Journal nightly, weekly, or as much as possible. Through so, ask yourself your achievements, write down your achievements, your enjoyable activities, problems you've noticed, whether personal or communal. Brainstorm ideas for those solutions and long-term goals. Creativity is endless, and it's endless as it is beautiful, and you can create your own identity. Pillar number 2, mission. This is choosing an issue that's in alignment with your identity and researching it extensively. While researching, you'll need to focus on ramifications of alternative actions, circumstances, and situations in the issue and mentors and influencers of the topic. It's useful to consolidate all this information into an essay or a white paper. Pillar number 3, community. This is finding your tribe of like-minded individuals, whether that's online or in person. This is the most important pillar, because if you have a big goal, big mission, yeah, it's going to be difficult to accomplish that all alone, all by yourself. Communities allow us to recruit dream teams or join dream teams and work together to accomplish our goals. Established communities have set goals, policies, and managers. They hold each other accountable. They encourage teamwork amongst the members and support and respect one another. Pillar number 4, action. Now, I expect everyone's actions to be different, but the virtue of altruism is essential. I define altruism as the unselfish concern for the welfare of others. You need to ask yourself, who needs help? What do they need? And how do you expect them to change? Pillar number 5, evolution. This is taking everything you've learned, updating and optimizing your future actions. You need to answer both, who cares about what you're doing in the news you create, and why should the general public care? These answers will allow you great public relations, branding, marketing, fundraising, and on and on. While recruiting volunteers, you'll need to figure out low barriers to entry and small actions for involvement. And those are the 5 pillars of legacy development. Now, it may take a lifetime to develop a legacy, but it allows you the potential to live forever, to be there for those that you love and support beyond your life. When we give up on our dreams of a better world, we're merely waiting in fear of death. Create your identity, explore your mission, find and build your community, help and inspire those in need, take a stand and make it known. So, listen, Mildred and I, we ask you, what can you create that the world will not only remember, but thank you and love you for? Memento Mori.